Hello everyone, and welcome to another Company of Heroes 2 replay cast. My name is ATR, and today we're going to have a 1v1 on the Langreskaya Winter. Our heroes today are going to be Jaeger playing for the Germans, and BraveLittleWhite playing for the Soviets of the Red Army. Well, before I start talking about the game or anything, I gotta confess that once again, if any of you checked my previous replays, it happened again. I finished and, oh, guess what? The mic was muted. So I'm recording this for the second time. So I apologize to both players, as I am probably not going to be surprised by anything that happens at this point. I try to do the replays, without actually seeing the sometimes I see the outcomes just, to know, but I don't see the specifics of how the fight goes down, so that I can actually be genuinely surprised of some of the moves. And, well, I casted this entire match, and there was no audio. So, sorry about that, guys. I still will try to do my best to do this replay justice. I gotta say I liked it. There were some nice things, there were some bad things, and we'll go about them in any case. So regardless, I mean, yeah, I'm dumb. Go ahead and laugh at me. So let's go ahead and continue like nothing had happened. So anyways, for Jaeger, we see that he went ahead like most German players and built Tier 1 right off the bat. He did get his Grenadiers and an MG squad right now. We do see an engagement in the middle by conscripts and the Grenadiers. The MG42 is moving up to potentially support. I can tell you right off the bat, right now, since I already know that the MG2 is not going to be able to support, it's going to stay in range of the capping point and not going to be in range to, get these guys up. So in any case, we do see that 2 conscript squads were produced for BraveLittleWhite. Second one is supporting this first one right now. And there is a second engineer squad being produced right now. Anyways, 2 conscript squads engaging this Grenadier squads that are out in the open. Grenadier squad down to 2 men. The MG42 was not able to support it. The MG42 stays in this position to make sure that the cutoff doesn't get taken, and the Grenadier squad at down to 2 men is going to stay on the field and it's just going to be moved around. To cap, very good choice there by Jaeger. He didn't retreat it, so he's keeping it on the field a little bit longer. Not that combat effective, but it's going to allow him to get some caps. Left hand side, we do see some, these are pioneers, jumping into the house, denying the conscripts from the house and getting a superior position on them. They are going to get flanked by this combat engineer squad though. And I can tell you that this combat engineer squad is getting a flamethrower, which is going to pop right about now. And going to make these pioneers get the hell out of Dodge, otherwise they are going to burn up. And here we go, the combat engineers getting into position, getting that flamethrower upgrade, and immediately using it, doing a lot of damage to these conscripts. They have to, these pioneers, they have to get out of there. They are not going to be able to survive. Jaeger decides to move them, simply, just through here. They are going to take severe damage, and are going to have to retreat. And there they go. Well, they actually only take 1 guy damage, so not a big deal, but yeah. So anyways, we do see the map being split a little bit. It's a little bit more in the possession of BraveLittleWhite currently. We do see his conscripts capturing the south. We do see the 2-man Grenadier squad going to cap the fuel. Like I said, very good usage here, even though it's down to 2-man. Still able to cap. Doesn't change that fact. And the MG42 is being kept in position to try to prevent this cutoff point from being taken. If you lose this position and don't have the center and the munitions, you gain, you lose the right-hand side. Grenadier squads jumping into the house, getting an advantage on those conscript squads. Conscript squad down to down 2 men, so down to 4 total, taking a lot of damage. Grenadier squads are nice and toasty in that house, well supported, well covered. Gonna win this fight. Conscript squad down to 3 men. The flamethrowers are moving into position, though, to take some shots at this house with that flamethrower. So that's going to give him the advantage right there. Jaeger decides to jump out. Conscript squad all bundled up right there. If nades or molotovs went in, that would be a lot of damage. But they are currently being shot blocked by the rest of the infantry. So they're getting good shots at this guy. Guy goes down, starts switching on the floor. Can't really believe he's dead. He's going like, no, I don't want to die. So anyways, we do hear another engagement by the MG, it looks like. There is, well, not much to see yet. Grenadier squad decides to jump back into the house after getting the retreat on this combat engineer. M3 hitting the field for Brave Little World. He's going to be able to do a lot of damage, but he needs to be careful because there are 4 Grenadier squads on the field for Jaeger Tech, and Panzerfaust are very effective against that scout car. We see a small distance engagement, heavy cover for combat engineers, and garrison in the house for the Grenadiers over here. They do manage to get 1 kill on this guy that was a little bit exposed. These guys are in heavy cover though, so they're going to last a little bit longer. Conscript squad moving into support, but there is a second Grenadier squad out in the open, which is going to give them more firepower. And there is a Pioneer squad that could potentially join in the fight in a couple seconds. MG42 being moved into position, probably going to jump into that house. Molotov goes in, takes 2 guys down immediately, down to 2 men on this Grenadier squad. Going to go ahead and probably jump into that house. He does take that 4-man squad out of the house to use them on the fight. Leave these 2 guys in the fight, in the house, and also get that MG42 in there to get a superior position. Very nice movement of squads there. Pioneers over here on the left-hand side are not going to be in the fight, though, it looks like. Grenadier squad getting burned by 2 flamethrowers, 1 in the half-track, 1 on the engineers outside. Down to 1 man. Is he going to make it out of there? He retreats. Ow! 2-man squad jumps out of the house and gets instantly burned by that half-track. Gets killed on that squad. Quite unfortunate. MG42 on the retreat, trudging along the heavy snow, but manages to get out of there. Small victory there for BraveLittleWhite. The half-track does take a lot of damage, gets the Panzerfaust to the face, but is able to be repaired quickly by the engineers that were inside of it. Center point getting taken by conscripts. We do see the Grenadiers over here getting upgraded with LMG-42, going to make them way more effective. And we do see that the Czech here caught on fire and is currently exploding. Look at it go. I believe I didn't actually keep a full eye on it the last time I was here, but I believe this is going to burn to the ground completely. Still exploding. House full of TNT barrels. Not a good idea to catch it on fire. Engagement over here by Pioneers and Conscripts. Conscripts are going to win that. Not a problem. And more explosions in this house. Blowing up all over the place. Yeah, I think it is going to go down simply because it caught on fire. Yeah, more explosions that you can hear. Small engagements over here, nothing much to notice. I actually want to see the house burn down. Blizzard coming in, but does nothing for the fire. And 1 more explosion should do it. Boom. And there it goes. So the house collapses on the fire. Very nice. Didn't know that happened exactly, but there we go. Conscript squad getting engaged by a buttload of infantry. Gets naded, gets shot at. Down to 2 man. Manages to get the retreat. Scout car does do a drive-by, but doesn't get any shots off. It's going over to the right-hand side. Might engage. Actually, there's nothing over here. These are conscripts. These are on the same team. Has to be careful, though, because the Grenadiers are moving over here. And like I said, Panzerfaust are very effective against scout cars. And you can actually get 2 and kill them in 1 volley. Quite munitions-heavy option, I suppose, to take it down. But, you know, nevertheless, you still take it down, though. Scout car trying to take the strategic point in the north. Conscripts taking the fuel on the right. So Brave Little World is going to have a lot of fuel income. He's currently at 32 versus 10. Once he gets this one, he should be able to jump ahead quite effectively. Grenadier squad's moving over to stop that cap. The scout car is probably going to move into support, but he needs to be careful because Grenadiers can Panzerfaust, and that's going to kill that scout car right away. Conscript squad getting engaged, cap getting stopped. Down to 5 man. Molotov goes in and goes in behind the squads, and they run into the Molotov. Flamethrowers going to town on these guys, but Panzerfaust, 1 goes in, 2nd goes in, scout car goes boom, and the combat engineers manage to survive down to 2 man, very low health, but they're going to go ahead and retreat from there. And and the Grenadiers walked out of the area, allowing the conscripts over here to get the cap. Conscript squad down to 2 man, needs to retreat, hits the retreat, and should be able to get out of there just fine. Grenadier squad over here down to 1 man, though, very low in health. He's going to go ahead and move it out, use it to cap the north point. Very good idea. There's no enemies on that side. Conscripts in the middle getting pinned by the MG42 and shot in the face by the Vet 2 Grenadier squad. Needs to get him out of there or he's going to lose this squad. Is he focusing somewhere else? He does hit the retreat. Down to 3 men. Is he going to make it out? A couple shots go in. They get over the hedges. Should be fine. And there they go. So, not bad there. Engineer with flamethrower on the retreat, gonna pass in front of an MG42, and Grenadiers. MG42 not able to take a shot. There's currently a blizzard going on. Grenadiers walking in front of them. They decide to stop, take a couple shots, but the Engineers are gonna make it out. So small victory there. This squad could have potentially been taken out. So we do see now that the German player, Jaeger Tech, is utilizing this blizzard to cut off this point. This point is cutting off the left-hand side from BraveLittleWhite, so that is gonna allow him, or deny him, from his resources and the munitions and the fuel, at least temporarily, until he gets the cap back on. Jaeger Tech was not able to get the cap on this point, but he was about halfway. BraveLittleWhite is gonna have to decap it and then recap it until until then he's not gonna be able to get those resources. So every little bit helps. Grenadier squad at Vet 2 getting chased by these conscripts and the flamethrower. They might need to retreat out of there. Yeah, they go ahead and hit retreat. They don't want to take any chances and take any unnecessary losses. They are very down in health. Thus, no, he doesn't have one yet. There he goes. He's going to start building it right now. He didn't have a med bunker, but he's building it now because he needs one. His squats are very low health. Look at this one. The one in retreat is like at 25% health. So like one shot on each of the guys could potentially kill them. They're so low in health. Anyways, LMG-42 squad, Panzer Grenadiers hitting the field. Very good with the Sturmgewehrs. Gonna go ahead and engage these conscripts and flamethrowers. They do need to go together because a flamethrower can work on them. And we do see that a half-track is upgraded with flamethrowers, engaging conscripts, and a combat engineer squad gonna be very effective. The conscripts retreat, the flamethrowers can't really do anything against the half-track, and they go ahead and retreat as well. Over here on the left-hand side north, we do see the Panzer Grenadiers doing some damage, but taking a lot of damage from those flamethrowers. The nade goes in. It's a rifle nade by these guys, and it does a lot of damage, manages to get the retreat. So very small victory, or a good victory there for Jaeger Tech. Right-hand side, we do see that he tried to go for a harassment run on the base, but decided not to do so with that half-track. He needs to be very careful as an Su-85 is about to hit the field for BraveLittleWhite and could potentially... I'm not sure if they can one-shot. I think they can. But could potentially take down the half-track incredibly fast. Conscript squad is potentially going to throw an 18-8 at it, is it? It is not. Okay. Conscripts and Grenadiers mingling around here. Molotov goes in, lands on top of one of the conscripts, but the Grenadiers are actually taking more damage as they stood on top of it. A lot of health damage being taken there. Combat engineers going through the left-hand side. Are they actually going to get a flank? They're going to jump into this house, it looks like. No, they're going for the fuel. Su-85 on the field, going a little bit forward, taking a Panzerfaust to the butt, damaging that engine. There isn't much on the field except Panzerfaust that can potentially damage it right now, so not a lot of threat to it. But you don't want to use it as a tank. It is a assault gun or a tank destroyer. Panzer Shreks could also be upgraded on the Panzer Grenadiers, but they are not currently being do so not a lot of threat on the field presently for that Su-85. Right-hand side, simple capping going on by conscripts and engineers. A lot of infantry being tossed at that Su-85. I think either he wants to Panzer Faust it a little bit more, or he's simply just putting up a front, intimidating that Su-85 and making him retreat back home. Scout car over here is not able to cap. Half-tracks are not able to cap. Only scout cars that have a garrison in. I believe you can garrison infantry in this one and also use it to cap, but when you get the flamethrowers, much like the quad gun on the other scout car, half-track that is. Why do I keep saying scout car? On the half-track, you could also potentially cap. Engineers being used to repair this Su-85. Very good. That damaged engine is not going to help it in any way. Two conscript squad engaging two grenadier squads by getting support fire from an Su-85 will basically win this. A rifle nade goes in. Doesn't do a lot of damage, although it does reduce the cover. Two guys go down on this Vet 2 squad. Goes ahead and retreat. Gonna get some heals because he has the medics over here. And also gonna get some reinforcements. Vet 2 Grenadier squad in the middle of the infantry. Needs to get out of there or he's gonna lose it. Down to 2 men. Very low health. Starts retreating. Is he gonna make it? One guy down, one guy left. Is he gonna make it? And he does. Runs the gauntlet, gets himself out of there. Very good. Very lucky. Very low in health. Look at that. One sliver of health. Those medics are going to go to town on that guy. Molotov going in on a Vet 2 Grenadier squad with the LMG. Getting on top of these Vet 2 conscripts. I believe the Grenadiers would actually win this with the LMG. If the conscripts had PPSHs, that would probably be a different story, but he didn't go for that doctrine. He has shock troops that he can get, which he hasn't gotten so far. But yeah, I think these conscripts are going to lose. He needs to get him out of there, or he's going to lose his squad. Down to 2 men. Oh, come on. Down to 1 man. I don't think this squad's going to make it, and conscripts go down. Oh well, he was focused over here on this side because he had the Su-85. Oh, there he goes. Su-85 manages to get a kill on the half-track, so small victory over here. Yeah, he loses a conscript squad, but, you know, gets a kill on the half-track. So I guess not that bad overall, but unfortunate that he lost his squad. Panzer Grenadiers going for the cap on the victory point. We do see that BraveLittleWhite is losing on the victory point front. He is at 350 as opposed to 460 for Jaeger Tech. And Jaeger Tech is actually getting a triple cap on him right now, so that's going to tick him rather fast and going to get some headway there on the victory point advantage. So very nice option there by Jaeger Tech. I mean, there's still a lot of points left, but you can't underestimate them. Conscript squad getting a flank on that MG42. It wasn't set up properly and wasn't able to get some shots off on it. There is an AT, pack gun being used to slow down that conscript squad. MG42 trudging through the heavy snow. Down to 2 man. Is it going to be able to set up? It is not. It's down to 1 man. Needs to get him out of there. Hit the retreat, and there he goes. Almost dead, but manages to get out of there. Vet 2 squad, very durable. 2 Vet 2 Grenadiers over here, a little bit more durable than 1 squad. He could potentially start chasing him. Is he going to do so? Yeah, there you go. He's going to chase that Vet 2 squad and prevent them from capping. Grenadier squad on the right-hand side. 2. Okay, so there's 3 squads against 1. This one's going to lose. This one has an LNG-42, so it's going to do a lot more damage. We do see a shock troop being used in conjunction with these conscripts, but they need to get up there if they want to be able to support. Down to 4 men. Throws a Molotov. Going to get that Vet 3 squad now. Very good squad. Very nice. And hits the retreat. Down to 2 men. Manages to get out of there. Very good preservation of that squad. Nade goes in, does a lot of damage to those Grenadiers. Down to 1 man, down to 2. Gonna go ahead and retreat and get out of there. They will manage to survive, though. Very nice nade by the shock troops, though. Gets 6 kills on that. Nice. So, Su-85 still on the field. Not much else as far as armor for Jaeger Tech or vehicles. He does have 2 pack guns on the field right now. Second one currently hitting it. They managed to get the flank. No, they don't. They actually walked in front of the arc of fire. Unfortunate. If he had kept going a little bit more north that is, he would have been able to get the flank on that MG42 and potentially decrewed it. But they have to hit retreat. Vet 3 squad for the conscripts. Hit retreat at 1 man. That guy is just gliding along. He doesn't care. He's a baller. Look at him go. There he goes. Using roller skates. I mean, I guess those would have been effective in this war, right? Anyways, so Soviet player, BraveLittleWhite, pretty much chased off the field right now. There's an Su-85 in the middle and a combat engineer squad up in the left-hand side. So German player is able to cap the field right now. Combat engineers going for the fuel point. Might get intercepted by these Panzer Grenadiers, though. But we do see that a KV-8 has been called in by Brave Little World. This is going to be very effective. There is 2 pack guns which he has to worry about, but he can steer clear of or potentially circle strafe. This tank is heavy, can take some shots, and has a turret and a flamethrower to boot, which is going to be very good at decrewing them. He's going over here on the right-hand side, going to go engage these Panzer Grenadiers. Panzer Grenadiers already down to 2 man, down to 1 man. Throws a bundle nade on those engineers, down to 1 man on the engineers, but both of them hit retreat. KV-8 is not going to be able to get a kill there, although the flamethrower does manage to catch this guy on fire. Is he going to make it out? Yes, he does. He runs through the snow, manages to put himself out, and is going to make it safe back home. So KV-8 is going to, well, we'll see what he does with it. Left-hand side, Grenadiers engaging the combat engineers. Combat engineers need to get out of there. Grenadiers going for the center point, taking some shots from the Su-85, and a pinned conscript squad. KV-8 moving back into position, gonna go ahead and help out, probably in the middle. We do see that these combat engineers are down to 2 men. Incendiary barrage goes on top of the Grenadiers, down to 1 man, almost catches on fire, but manages to get out of there. Second squad goes down a little bit south to capture that munitions point and dodges that attack. Flamethrower from the KV-8 being very effective at getting these Grenadiers down to 1 man. It's Vet 2. Is he gonna be able to get him out of there? No, he doesn't. 1 squad down. He's going to go ahead and trudge on forward. Those pack guns are not being very effective. They get decrewed by the shock troops. Very nice flank there. If he can get the other one, that KV-8 is going to... no, he gets the pin on it. The KV-8 is going to go ahead and decrew that MG. But these guys are pinned, so they can't get the decrew on the other gun. He's going to go ahead and move forward with that heavy flamethrower. Shock troops do get retreated, though, so that's unfortunate. Could have potentially decrewed both guns and sealed the deal right there, as there's really nothing else on the field that can do that. Grenadiers down. One man. Is he going to make it out of there? He's doing a lot of damage to it. Is he going to get a kill on that? He's taking a lot of damage by that pack gun. Ooh, he managed to get another kill on another Grenadier. Down to 2 Grenadiers only. We do see a Stug hitting the field, which is going to get right up on the ass of that KVA. Going to do a lot of damage. Is he going to be able to take it out, though? Most likely. Considering he has a damaged engine, I don't see him getting out of the base. He is trying to chase down those Panzer Grenadiers, which is a good thought, but a bad idea in the situation. Not going to be able to get that kill, and they go. Main gun destroyed. One more shot should do it. And there he goes. KVA destroyed. He did do a lot of damage with it, but he could have utilized it a little bit better. Su-85 going up until the base. Not a good idea, though. KV-8 is already dead. Pack takes a shot at it, but doesn't manage to get the kill. Needs to get that Su-85 out of there ASAP. We do see that a Vet 2, Vet 2 conscript squad gets executed by that Vet 3 Grenadier. Already up to 27 kills, 27 infantry kills. Very nice squad there with that LMG-42. There is a MG and a pack gun on the field still being able to get recaptured or damaged. Su-85 trying to get out of there. Managed to get out of there before the pack gets a shot off. Stug doesn't give chase. Not a good idea to chase it, though, with the Stug. We do see Pioneer Squad getting engaged by Engineers and Shock Troops. Not a favorable position for those guys. We do see Conscript Squad at Vet 3 going in and... Ow! Takes one shot from... I think that was the Stug, yeah. Yeah, nice shot by the Stug. Down to one man, but manages to get out of there. Captured MG-42, gonna go ahead and run out of there, so that's gonna be put to very good use by the Soviet player. Or at the very least, gonna be denied by the Soviet player for the German. 2-man Grenadier Squad. I think it was trying to get a Faust on this Su-85, but doesn't manage to do so. Su-85 gets out of there, so it's gonna be able to keep that Stug at base. Stug not very good as far as overall goes, but it is going to be able to take on that Su-85 with the support of a pack gun. There's still another pack gun over here on the field, which has already been recrewed by Jaeger Tech. Very good. I mean, I know he was running his Su-85 around, but it would have been maybe a good idea to try to destroy it if he wasn't going to be able to cap it. But, well, hindsight is 2020, right? Vet 2 Grenadier Squad getting engaged by... The shock troops. Took a lot of health damage, but still at 2 men. Not going to be able to get out of there. The Stug moves in for the crush. Is he going to be able to crush them? He does get one of them crushed under the wheel. Catches his feet and then crushes him again. There he goes. Very brutal. But he's not being able to get any kills with his gun or any run overs. He's just going to go ahead and back it off and take some shots, hoping to get some kills. We do see on the right-hand side, Vet 3 Grenadier Squad getting an 8 on top of them. Does 2 kills. Nice damage. Shock troops down to 4 men. I believe the Vet 2 squad is still going to win this engagement. We do see the Su-85 moving into position to try to get that Stug, but it is going to get shot at by that pack gun. You want to get him out of there. Down to a sliver of health. He's going to lose his Su-85, which is unfortunate. Yeah, if you had 2, maybe... Oh, it's still alive. There it goes. If you had 2 Su-85, maybe, you know, one and the other shoots, you know, one and one, you know, taking some shots on each, but this one was very well supported by that pack gun. Very good job by Jaeger Tech, and very unfortunate for BraveLittleWhite. Center of the map, conscripts going ahead and capturing the victory point. We do see the points down to 296 for BraveLittleWhite, still 460 for Jaeger Tech, so very good preservation of his points. He is going to get double capped right now, so his points are going to start ticking against him in a little bit, but he still has quite the advantage. Grenadier Squad at 2 men going into the field. They are freezing a little bit. They're going to not be able to take on these 6 men, even though these are Vet 1. They should be able to win against the Grenadiers. No other engagement in the map right now. Yeah, Grenadiers at 2 decide to go ahead and retreat. Needs to get them reinforced if he wants them to be any effective. Tiger tank called into the to the field. That is going to be very effective. There is no current anti-tank on the field for BraveLittleWhite, but we do see that an Su-85 is being produced. That is not going to be able to kill a Tiger, you know, easily at least, but can keep it at bay at least. You know, otherwise the Jaeger tech could just simply, you know, roll over into the enemy base and kill everything, because, well, you would need a lot of 18-8s to kill a Tiger. Good thing that BraveLittleWhite got that Su-85. He's going to be able to prevent being ruffle stumped. Vet 3 conscript squad engaging a grenadier squad. The Vet 3 grenadier squad at 2 men. Molotov goes in. Is going to do some damage to those grenadiers. Need to get them out of there. You don't want to lose those Vet 3. There they go on the retreat. Down to 1 man. But they are going to be able to get out of there. Although there is a flamethrower here. Is he going to get the kill? Flamethrower starts shooting at the grenadier. Takes some damage. Ooh, catches fire. Put himself out. Very lucky grenadier again. Almost lost that Vet 3 squad, which would have been unfortunate for Jaeger. So anyways, Vet 2 grenadiers moving into position. Getting pinned down by the stolen MG42. Tiger moves into position. Starts taking shot at that MG42. Takes down the gunner. Down to 5 man. Very heavy damage on the splash there. Conscripts moving up to probably throw a, they throw an 18-8. Damages the engine, and the Su-85 is moving into position to start taking some shots, although it is shot blocked by that hitch right now, so it's not going to be able to take some shots immediately. And is now himself exposed to the Tiger. Get him out of there. He's turning around. He's gonna... No. Okay. Well, Tiger decides to engage the MG42 while the Su-85 exposes its ass to it. One more shot goes in. The MG42 still alive. Is he gonna... He's not gonna retreat it. Pack gun takes a shot at the Su-85, damages a little bit. And is he gonna retreat? No. He actually just set up, and there he goes. MG42 actually gets destroyed, so the squad is no more. Su-85 taking some shots down to about half health. Didn't actually take any shots on the Tiger tank, which is unfortunate. And the conscripts and combat engineers decide to retreat out of there. So another victory engagement for Jaeger Tech. He still has his Stug. It's about 80% health. Damaged engine on the Tiger. Shock troops going over to the left-hand side to get some caps. Points only down to 440 for Jaeger Tech. 270 for BraveLittleWhite. Still has quite an advantage over there, Jaeger Tech. Pioneers capturing territory. Conscripts being used to cap territory, so people capping territory all over the place. These guys capping here, this guy capping here, pretty much in proximity of each other, but, you know, they're just focusing on their territory so far. No big engagement to see. We do see engineers repairing that Su-85, and another Su-85 is now in production, so he's going to be able to have a very decent armored front. 2 Su-85s, if they catch the Tiger out of position, can actually take it down. Quite fast, actually. Tiger does have a lot of armor, but if they do get the penetration in there, they are going to do a lot of damage. So, needs to be wary of how he uses his Tiger. Tiger getting repaired by the Pioneer. It's going to get that engine back up and purring, you know, purring like a kitten, making sure it can move wherever it wants. Shock troops engaging. Ow, that's a nice shot. Grenade goes in, but the ow. But the Panzer Grenadiers. Ooh, nice shot. Nice direct shot by the Su-85. Takes down one of the Panzer Grenadiers. Shock troops are chasing. Panzer Grenadiers need to get out of there, or they're going to get killed. Shock troops on top of them. Down to 1 man. Hits retreat. Is he going to get out of there? And no. He doesn't get out of there. 2 shock troops. Too much for retreat. Going to go ahead and kill them. These conscripts could potentially throw 18-8 at this Tiger. Get that 18-8 on it. Come on. You know you want to. You know you want to. You should. They're right there. Come on. Why? That was a perfect opportunity to get that that 18-8. Come on. And takes a shot by the pack gun. There it goes. 18-8 goes in. Su-85 moves into position, but it's not being supported by the other one. The other one's still at base. It needs to get him out of there. If he had gotten both of them, would have been able to do a lot of damage, but now it's only one. Almost loses that Su-85 down to about 20% health. Yeah. That's unfortunate. If he had used both at the same time, he would have been able to get a nice kill. Half-track moves into position to start attacking these guys, but takes a shot by the second Su-85. Down to very low health. Sustained fire kills it right away. Very Not a good idea. Ooh, Stug goes in. I don't know why. Takes 2 shots from the Su-85s and gets killed in the second volley. Not sure what Jaeger Tech was trying to do with that Stug there, but, well, he essentially just sacrificed it. Grenadier squats on top of the Su-85s, probably trying to get a kill on this one with those Panzerfausts, but it's not going to be able to finish it off. Down to a sliver of health, but it's going to be able to make it out of there. Su-85 over here trying to get a flank on the Tiger. Does actually manage to get a flank on the Tiger, get some kills. We do see a fragmentation bomb going on top of these infantries, but they managed to get out of the way. Incendiary bomb goes in on the Pioneers, but they managed to retreat. And the incendiary bomb is not going to do a lot of damage to the tank. It actually doesn't do any damage to the tank. Su-85 taking a lot of damage, down to about 20-25% health. So 2 Su-85 still alive, but very, very heavily damaged. Needs to get them back, needs to get them repaired. Doesn't want to lose these tanks, especially because one of them is already Red 1. So, yeah, you don't want to lose that. Shock troops getting intercepted by that Tiger tank. Explosions making them stop in their tracks. Not going to be able to get out of there. Only down one guy, but they are very clumped together. A good shot can actually kill a lot of them. And they're... Ooh! Kills 4 of them in one shot. Needs to retreat this guy if he wants them alive. Hits the retreat. Takes another shot. Manages to skip it. And there he goes. Gets shock block. Very lucky guy there. Saw his friends get annihilated by one shot by the Tiger. So very nice. Very nice on the Tiger there. So I guess it was a little bit more worth it than before. 10 infantry killed so far though. Not that impressive, but not that bad. We do see a Flak Panzer on the field for Jaeger Tech. That's going to be very effective against the stranded infantry. Needs to be careful with that Flak Panzer though, however, because there is a... there are 2 Su-85s on the field. They need to get repaired though, but once they get repaired, they can very easily catch this Flak Panzer out of position and kill it. Especially if he doesn't keep it with the tank, although it's both a good idea. If you keep it with the tank, you have a great anti-infantry support for the the Tiger tank. And if you put it on the other side of the map, you have great harassment for capping forces. So, I mean, either way, it's a good option. You just have to be careful of those Su-85s. Keep it supported either way. You don't want to just rush it, on itself around, unsupported. Especially because, as we know, for both sides, we have 18-8s and Panzerfausts, which can, well, actually will damage your engine, making you a lot slower, and you can, quickly get caught and out of position. Incendiary barrage would be great right there. Look at all that infantry, but I don't think he has view of that. Shock troops get mauled by all this fire and retreat right away. Su-85 still getting repaired individually. Personally, I would have repaired one and then the other with both engineers, just to be able to get one of those tanks on the field a little bit earlier instead of, they're going to be both on the field at the same time, both of them, but if you repair one first, you can get that one out a little bit earlier and, make a more solid stand. But whatever, that doesn't really matter that much. Conscripts over here on the right-hand side, they capped this point, now they're moving, there they go. Nice idea, or very good idea, would be for BraveLittleWhite to shift position. He knows by the shock troops that got engaged here a little bit ago that there's a very heavy front here by Jaeger Tech. So you don't want to run your infantry, your troops on this, not unless you have artillery support, because that is basically the sledgehammer approach. You're just going to be banging against a brick wall, trying to take it down, which you could potentially take it down with a very strong push, but it is not going to be free. It's going to cost you a lot. So the shock troops go in, do some damage, throw some nades, get some kills on the infantry, but take 3 losses on their own. So it's not a good idea. Right hand side, we do see the Flak Panzer engaging the conscripts, but the Su-85s are now moving into position to engage it. Both are taking shots, down to half health. Is he going to be able to get him? Ooh, out of control. So manages to catch that Flak Panzer, like I mentioned, out of position. It was a nice idea to keep him on this side to harass, but he needed to be supported at least by these grenadiers. Keep him at bay, you don't want him on top of the infantry. But very good move by BraveLittleWhite by using the Su-85s over here. And like I mentioned, it would be a nice idea if he chose to just start pushing over on this side. You want to make your enemy have to shift his position. He has a very strong position here. Currently triple cap against BraveLittleWhite, so his points are ticking down very fast. He's gonna be at 200 very soon, and we do see mines being placed down by Pioneers. So yeah, a very defended position over here. Gonna be very hard for BraveLittleWhite to take it. He's moving his Su-85s back over here, which leaves me to believe he wants to do another push onto this side, which yeah, I'm not a big fan of. But well, to each his own, I suppose, right? Anyways, Su-85s moving into position are going to start shelling these guys from afar, I would suppose. And moving into position a little bit later on if they can get some shots on the vehicles. And yeah, there they go. They're barraging, essentially, you know, sieging those Pioneers. Not a lot of damage, though. They are very bad at anti-infantry. They actually haven't gotten a kill in there. I mean, yeah, they haven't gotten a hit just yet. No. I mean, well, the one guy died, but that's due to the damage from these rifles. So yeah, Su-85s, pretty obvious, not very good. Grenadiers getting chased off by these shock troops. Flamethrower, ooh, that's nice. Bet 3 combat engineer for BraveLittleWhite. You rarely see engineers being used like that. Flamethrower explodes though and kills that sad. Okay, well, that was unfortunate for him, but I guess that's the way it works. KV-8 being called again into the field, gonna move into position and, you know, take a lot of damage here. Although the pack gun has moved into position to engage these Su-85s. Second pack gun got recrewed by BraveLittleWhite. Moving out of position now, but it's in front of a Vet 3 Grenadier squad, which might kill it off before he gets into safety. Barrage is going in, and yeah, gets decrewed. KV-8 moves into position right in front of the pack gun. Does manage to get the decrew, but the Tiger tank decides to kill it. Although it does get abandoned, so he could potentially recrew it. One Su-85 gets stunned by the fragmentation bomb, so is left out here in the open, taking some shots by the Tiger tank. Both Su-85s now shooting at the Tiger tank, but the Tiger tank should be able to win this fight, I believe. Takes down one of the Su-85s down to about 30% health. Su-85 about 60% health by itself. Pack gun does get recruited though, takes a shot at the Su-85 and is going to be able to kill it. Su-85 still going forward, damage engine, takes another shot but doesn't manage to finish it off. So all the armor is now dead for BraveLittleWhite. Not sure what else he can do. Neither is he. He decides to throw in the towel and call it quits. So yeah, can't blame him, specifically because this thing was abandoned. And, well, since he already has this here, he could very easily just, you know, pick it up, back it off, repair it, and then he has a heavy tank on his... 2 heavy tanks, that is, on his team. So very good play by Jaeger Tech. Once again, I have to apologize to both players. Like I said, I made a mistake while I was recording and was not able to put that first one up because, well, there was no sound. And, well, like I said, I wasn't exactly surprised by much of what happened, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you have any positive or negative remarks, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you have any replays you want to send them, I will put the email in the comments, not the comments, description below, sorry about it. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, I'm rambling. I'll see you guys next time.